with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. Mostly sunny today, the high about 90 to 95, and a south wind about 10-12 miles per hour. Mostly clear overnight, near 75 degrees with light south winds. More sunshine, more heat expected Friday. You'll be about 93-94. And low 90s expected over the weekend, partly to mostly sunny. Could be a thunderstorm on Sunday. Your life, your music, we're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. The family of Robert Mugabe says it's being coerced by the government to accept funeral and burial plans in Zimbabwe it doesn't agree with. Opposition MPs in the UK are urging Parliament's recall to discuss Brexit. The first batch of Nigerians fleeing xenophobic attacks in South Africa has arrived in Lagos. And rebels in Idlib say Russian-backed forces are preparing to resume an offensive in the northwest of Syria.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. And as you all can see, I have a room full of teenagers. I know they're happy to get out of school just for a little bit. So They are here from Nettleton. They are part of the East program. Is it program?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so the East program. And so what we're going to do first is have them go around the table, introduce themselves, and tell us a little bit more about what Nettleton East is all about. So we'll start with this side.
My name's Athena Ludwig. Nettleton East, I've only been in it for a few months, but honestly, it's one of my favorite classes. I get to work on graphic design. I want to be a graphic design major in college, hopefully. So it just helps me perfect my talent.
It's awesome. All right, and I can't wait to work with you. I find out we'll be working together some.
I can't wait to work with you too.
Can't wait to see what you come up with. All right, Miss Alexa.
Okay. Hi, I'm Alexa Jackson. I've been in East for about maybe a couple months. I do Photoshop and I do a lot of stuff with Student Council.
Wow, you can teach me how to Photoshop because I am so unskilled to say the least. All right, Mr. Cooper.
Hi, my name's Cooper Williams. I've been in East for 5 years now, and I do a lot of the mapping projects at our school, and I'm making the map for Touch a Truck.
Oh, wow. Now, you have a task ahead of you. How many, and we'll definitely get into more about Touch a Truck. I would love to know, like, how many people have already signed up and all the logistics that go into putting a whole event together. So we'll definitely get into that. Okay. Parker.
My name is Parker Clements. I've been in East for 5 years also. I work on anything I can really get my hands on. I like to, work hands-on instead of sitting in front of a computer.
Okay.
So.
That's awesome. All right, and, okay, please tell me, another Parker.
Hi, my name is Parker Wan. I've been in East for 6 years, and it's been one of the most life-changing things I've ever done. I've met so many community partners. I've worked on mapping projects with Cooper. We did a mapping project with dealing with cemeteries where we went and mapped out where people were so that they could pull it up so that when people went to visit them, they could pull it up on their cell phone and find out where their family was.
Amazing. So you all said you've been in like 5-6 years, so that means you started junior high.
Junior high.
So how far back does East go? Like at what grade level can students get?
Now we have one in our 5th grade.
Oh, okay. And so do you all ever get to interact with the younger students and kind of give them some insight to what you're doing on the high school level?
Yeah, my little brother's in East also, like junior high.
That's awesome. So does he try to follow you around, ask you questions, and just like really see?
No, he likes to be his own person.
Okay. Awesome. So tell us, what does East EAST actually stand for, something in particular, or tell us more about what the program encompasses?
It stands for Education Accelerated by Service and Technology.
Okay.
And it's a program more focused on community service and bettering our communities by being able to learn how to use programs and make up projects.
That's awesome. And so I know the school year is just getting started. With Touch a Truck is one of those annual things. What are some other projects that you all are working on, or have you actually set your calendar for the rest of the semester?
Our Veterans Day program is in November.
Okay.
That's one of our other big, huge projects that we do. We have over 50 students in one room figuring out what we're doing, where we're putting stuff, how we're going to set this up. It just takes a lot of time and effort.
Last year, did y'all do some a type of musical presentation? Was that your school?
We always have a live performance for the veterans during that, and we have our dance team. They get up there and they dance for them. We have people go up there. We have them sing, do speeches, read poems.
That's awesome. So have you already started deciding who's doing what? I know it's September, so November's not very far away. Have you decided who's doing what and maybe start picking out your parts?
Yes, we have. We've been doing a little bit of, seeing who fits where and kind of coming up with new things that we can do.
All right, so I know that KLK has been invited. Unfortunately, we hadn't been able to make it, but hopefully this year somebody can fit something in our schedule so that we can come out and experience the presentation. And thank you all for honoring the veterans. I'm sure they're very excited to see what you have for them. They are honored as well that young people are taking time out to recognize them and honor them. So thank you all for that. What are some other projects that you all work on? Oh, I know that you all do a Black History, I won't say program, but display and some things around that time. So I know, again, that's not a long way, but it's a ways away. Have you even thinking about that quite yet, or do you just try to take projects one at a time?
Well, the way we do it, we kind of set times to work on different projects. So right now we've been, dedicating our time to Touch a Truck, and then it'll be Veterans Day, and then once we get into February, we'll go into the Black History, and that's kind of how we set it up.
Okay. Now, aside from the community projects, what are some things that you all are doing around the school within the East Lab? The East program.
Well, last year for our mapping project, we mapped this around Nettleton schools. A lot of areas don't have sidewalks, and it's created issues in the past. So last year, me and another student, Layla Eliadi, mapped where sidewalks should be put in and where sidewalks need to be repaired around Nettleton.
Okay. And when you come up with those, when you come up with that list of what needs to be done, then do you maybe brainstorm or outline ways to get it funded? Create a proposal of sorts?
Yeah, we worked with the city and we sent them a proposal and all that.
Okay. And so far, how has what is the progress? What has the progress been? Have you been able to get some projects completed or funded, rather?
Yeah, the sidewalk project we completed last year. We sent it into a competition and won it.
That is really amazing. So what are some other awards that you all have won for other things that you've done?
Yesterday I interviewed the officer at our school about 9/11 and what he experienced during that time.
All right, who is the officer?
Officer Watts.
Officer Watts. Well, thank you. And so is there video of your interview?
Yes, there is.
All right, I would love to see that. So have you thought about doing or going into more, I won't say broadcast journalism or any type of communications, anything in that field? Do you plan to extend that beyond high school?
Yes, I've thought about it.
Okay. All right, so what you all are learning in East, do you feel that it will greatly benefit whatever have you even decided what your careers may be or what you're interested in doing? No,
not yet.
You're in there.
A couple of us have.
I haven't, but my brother was in East and he did a lot of mapping too, and he's what got me into it. He's in college now to become a surveyor, and he's got a whole job and everything planned out. So East kind of showed him what he wanted to do with his life.
That's wonderful. And when you all do talk to the younger students, do you try to get them to understand the value and importance of being a part of this organization and how it can benefit you no matter what your career choice is?
Yes. I have a little brother in the junior high at East, and I try and talk to him all the time, trying to get him to do a project with me to see if he likes it, and if not, try and get him to do something else.
Okay. Do you all ever talk about, does he ever share with you, and those of you who have younger siblings or cousins or, younger children that you interact with on a daily basis, do they ever talk to you about projects they want to do and then try to get your guidance and help?
Well, my sister, she graduated last year. She was kind of one of the first people to bring up the idea of Touch a Truck.
Okay.
She was kind of I guess you could say, the head of it. She kind of came up with where it was going to be and raised the money for it, so that they could get food and have all the games. And so she's kind of passed the torch on, with me helping with that a little bit.
That's awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get into Touch a Truck some and talk about just in the beginning phases. And Miss Sandra, if you want to pipe in at any moment. And I forgot, I'm sorry to introduce. She's off camera, y'all, but one of their teachers is here, Miss Sandra Taylor. We're so happy to have her here. And thank you so much for always bringing your babies by and sharing them with us and letting them get involved in the different products that we have going on. With Touch a Truck, can you tell us about how many years has this been going on?
This is our 5th year doing it. It's been one of the it's been one of the coolest projects I think we've ever worked on.
And so, do you all know, or have you seen any of the early plans and proposals, just how it all got started, who was contacted, and the ins and outs?
Yes. It all got started when we saw Memphis do it, and so we started thinking, working.
Actually, my grandson had attended a Touch a Truck event in Rogers, Arkansas.
Okay.
And he was like 2 years old, and my daughter was telling me about Touch a Truck. And I had gone back to East on that Monday, and I was telling the students, I said, this is the coolest thing. Have any of you ever been to a Touch a Truck? And they were going, Touch a Truck, just like putting your hands on there and standing there forever. And I was going, no. I mean, they had fire trucks and police cars and helicopters. And so that was like in May, and then the kids were like, we're going to do that. And I was like, well, let's take some planning. Well, we started planning in that May, went all over the city and talking to everyone, and we did our very first Touch a Truck in that September of 2015.
So May to
like
September.
Parker said, we had, his sister, other people that helped lead it and plan it, and, come up with the ideas, make phone calls, so it's been a big deal.
That's really awesome. And this is a legacy that y'all are leaving for other students that are coming through the Nettleton School District. Say, okay, let's not let this die out. Let's, keep it going so that either just the community can get to enjoy and see these trucks and meet other people from different businesses and whatever backgrounds that they may not get to see on a regular basis. So thank you all so much for keeping this tradition going. I'm looking forward to being out there Saturday and seeing all the fun stuff happening. And so, so go ahead and tell us, what can people expect, and how many, I don't know if you want to call them spots or organizations or truck vehicles, like how many, just give us all the details. Anybody?
Well, there are going to be 150 different vendors, and there's going to be a ton of games to play. We've, everyone in East kind of has a job that they're working on, and some people are head of the games. There are going to be games for the kids to play. KLEK is actually coming out, playing music like they do. We'll have Chick-fil-A. First Community Bank is providing hot dogs that day and free of charge. And we're going to have STEAM Lego Builders, and that is, STEAM is the younger school.
Okay.
That's the new name of the school. Lost Pizza will be there. Andy's will have custard there for the kids, so I think that'll be a big deal.
It's going to be hot, too.
Yes, for sure. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for these kids.
Now, can you all tell me each what activity or what, I guess, part of the event that you all would be participating in or hosting or?
I'm going to be talking to different vendors, getting information slips back from them, how they enjoyed their time, what we could do to make it better. delivering water bottles and other refreshments just to make sure that they're okay, because it probably is going to be a little warm this weekend.
So you be hospitality.
Yes.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you there.
Look forward to seeing you too.
All right, Miss Alexa.
I'm going to be a runner. I'm going to make sure everybody's doing their job and everything's going okay.
All righty. So also hospitality as well, but kind of like that the boss. Just like, okay, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing?
Yes, I am.
All righty. Mr. Cooper.
Every year, First Community Bank brings a hot dog stand and serves hot dogs, and I just work there preparing and serving hot dogs the whole day.
Okay, awesome. First Parker.
Okay, so I'm going to take the ACT, and then I'm running over to the NEA, and I'm going to help clean up.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. So are you ready for the ACT?
I hope so. I hope so. I need to be.
Hopefully you can have a relaxing Friday evening and get some rest so you can be fresh for Saturday morning.
Then I can look forward to Touch a Truck the next day, as I'm taking the test.
Yes, but hopefully you can, by the time you get to Touch a Truck, then you'll be able to release some stress. Cause
Hopefully.
I've taken the ACT a couple times, a long time ago. But yes, it's quite a stressful test.
Yes.
All right, and Parker.
I will be in the back of the FedEx truck where I've been for years with my father. So.
Oh wow! Well, shout out to him for delivering packages safely all over the city. All right, and so tell us about some of the games. Do you all know what games may be out there that people can look forward to?
Hijinks is coming out, and they're bringing a big inflatable.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's
a video game truck also.
Oh well, okay. I know that's going to be a hit, especially for all the gamers. Now, there are a lot of girl gamers in your group. You're a gamer?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
All right, so I hope Miss Sandy's going to watch her. She might try to slip.
I'll find them.
Slip off and go play some games. I want to say good morning to all of our listeners and viewers out there, those on our Facebook Live feed. Miss Deidre Jones, Tanita Boyd-Wattell, Miss Amanda Donovan, and Chelsea Chapman, who says, good morning, Q and young leaders of Jonesboro. I would love to have them come out to our October event. Who should I contact? Miss Chelsea, I'll give you that information. Chelsea works with an organization called, she's under the AmeriCorps Vista program with CRDC, but she's also working on the North Jonesboro Neighborhood Initiative, reviving that with some other people. And so we're always trying to find ways to engage with the youth of the community. So I'll definitely give her your information so that you all can be more involved. I know you all stay pretty busy, but hopefully, depending on what the project is, you all can help out. And I want to also say thank you all. You all have come to other events that we have had and helped out. So thank you all for all that you do in the community. Let's talk about how the community engagement, when you go to the different events that you don't particularly host, but you participate in, how does it make you feel as a student, your age, getting involved?
Who wants to take that one?
Now, I'm like a teacher. I'll point you out. So.
Well, it is interesting being able to work with other groups and kind of having those connections. You meet new people and, shaking hands with people, and getting names. That's really important. And, getting to meet new people through these East programs, you have something in common that you can use forever.
Have you ever encountered an adult, that's now well into their profession, that went to Nettleton and that, I don't know, how long has East been in existence?
We've had East at Nettleton. This is the 17th year.
17th?
Yes. And we really have lots of students that have graduated from East that are doing lots of things. Rachel Carmack is one of our students who's working at the JPD. She worked for the city of Jonesboro. She helped with digital graphics and communications. She's just real excited to talk to. I think she's going to be at Touch a Truck Saturday as well. And then another thing, we have kids that have gone on to be like film editors.
Oh, wow.
Mary McDay, she is in New Orleans helping film. She helped to film like Roots again, so that was exciting. We have students in California working on The Big Loser, helping with editing. I mean, we have kids everywhere, so that's always exciting to see.
That's awesome. All right, so, okay, going back to my original question then, have you had the chance to meet someone that attended Nettleton that went through the East program?
I have Kate Carlton. I've known many of the seniors who graduated from Nettleton, and they've all gone on to do some amazing things. I know Adam Fry does. He does a lot of our T-shirts for us, and then like she said, Kate Carlton. He does. He comes and he helps with our Veterans Day program all the time.
Awesome.
He helps us set up and everything.
Awesome. And I'm just going to put this in the atmosphere. I'm always throwing products at people, but maybe somewhere down the line, consider doing alumni, like I want to say a reunion, but a reunion of sorts, of East program participants. And hopefully they can share some insight on how the program helped them in their career with younger students that are coming up. I'm sure that, I would like to think the younger students would, enjoy hearing from other people who have gone through the program, and they know what they have to look forward to, and maybe to help them stick it out and say, okay, I'm not going to give up on this. Have you all ever known anyone to go through the program and say, well, either I'm too busy or just they've lost interest, or does everyone that go through the program, like, they are so in love with it, they just stay?
Well, it's definitely not for everyone, nothing is, but everyone that I've really known that was in it, really enjoyed it, and whether or not you have a career out of it, it still can really help you in tremendous ways, with motor skills and just being able to talk to adults, and like I said, shaking people's hands, it makes an impact.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to get ready to come up on our first break here in a moment. When we come back, we'll get into some more details about East, and because I want to hear some more specific programs, especially with the videography and the designing aspect. I know last year a group of students did some promo videos for us, and we can always use more. And then there's some other graphics that want to have redesigned, and so I just want to hear some of the. I get tangled up on their words. Specific things that you all have done individually. This is your time to highlight yourself. I want to brag about you. So, all right. Well, we're going to take our first break. You're tuning in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Dads, do you know what your son needs? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. As a boy grows up, there are many people who will influence, impact, and inspire him. But as his father, you want to be the main voice he hears. You are and should be his most important role model for life. So as your son grows and matures into a young man, be sure that you give him what he needs. First, he needs you to be present in the little moments and in the big moments. Second, he needs you to affirm him and tell him how proud you are to be his dad. Finally, he needs you to love him unconditionally. That means no matter what. Love your son well by giving him what he needs. And remember, your family first.
Want to connect with Mark on Twitter? You can. Follow him at twitter.com/Mark Merrill.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a non-profit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
House of Details, located at 3915 East Highland in Jonesboro, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle: basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, waxing, buffering, headlight restoration, pickup, delivery, and more, with the motto of anything mean we can clean. Details at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and at klekfm.org.
Fullness of Joy Ministries is hosting a celebration in honor of Bishop Adrian Rogers' 25th year of pastoring. The event will be held September 14th, 6 p.m. at the church located at 2120 Thorn Street in Jonesboro, Arkansas. The special guest will be national recording artist Miranda Curtis. Tickets are available on Eventbrite and at the church. More information available at 870-930-9569. From the KLEK Community Calendar. AC Care Service is a free service available to all Annie Camp students. It includes free access to personal hygiene products, clothing items, and a laundry service. Protecting the privacy of each student accessing this service is a major priority. The students initiate the process by submitting their request via a Google form. After the request is processed, students will receive a notice that their request is ready for pickup. As aforementioned, maintaining confidentiality during transactions is paramount. The student's personal locker will be the pickup and drop-off location. Locker space is available. More information available via Kevin Ryan at 870-933-5820.
Do you like the music you hear on KLEK 102.5 FM? Do you like the educational programming that we provide? Do you like the service we provide to the community? Do you like having a station to finally call your own that represents you? If so, please stop by or call any of our underwriters or sponsors that you hear on KLEK and tell them thank you for their support. The support of our underwriters and sponsors is vital for us to stay on the air. So be sure to let them know that you thank them for their support.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm speaking with students from Nettleton High School, and they are in the East program. I have Miss Athena, Miss Alexa, Mr. Cooper, Mr. Parker, and another Mr. Parker. And their teacher who's in the background, Miss Sandra Taylor. All right, so we're going to get back into our discussion about East, and I want to hear you all brag about yourself. So go around the table and tell us some specific projects that you have worked on, within the school. So, Miss Athena?
I have worked minimally with Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere in making videos for the school, like little commercials. I plan on working more with graphic design. I've made a little poster for Touch a Truck that was shaped like a fire truck.
Oh my goodness.
And I would love to be able to work on some t-shirts for future East projects.
All right, awesome. Look, I'm going to save your information so when you get your designs all ready to go, I definitely want to support you.
Of course.
All right, Miss Alexa.
A lot of stuff that I've done, I worked with student council. I'm in student council, so I do a lot of my work in East for student council.
Okay. Can you give us some specifics? I'm going to find another word. So, specifics.
I put all the prizes together for like the winners of different things that we do. Okay. T-shirts and just all that kind of stuff that we do around the school.
Awesome. And then I know that you said you did an interview with one of the officers. Do you also get involved in some of the other videography things that you all do?
This was my first video I've done. So I watch people edit them. Yeah, I learn all sorts of things.
Okay. I know earlier you mentioned you do Photoshop. Now, can you tell us a little bit more? When I say I'm like, I need Photoshop for dummies, tell us a little bit more about Photoshop.
I've only done it maybe 5 times. I haven't done it much, but I really like it. I really like Photoshop a lot.
So it helps you to layer images and text on top of another without having a lot of wonky background. Like,
yes, it
makes
does.
It look seamless.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, Mr. Cooper.
Well, I've already said it a couple times. I do a lot, like pretty much all the mapping projects I try to get involved in. And me and another student, Layla, I've mentioned her before, but last year we did the sidewalk competition, where we did a mapping and we submitted it to a competition for across the entire state of Arkansas and won. And we actually got money for it. And it was one of the first times I realized that doing some of the things I do in East can actually earn me money in real life. So.
Yes, sir. Take notes and see, okay, what other avenues are available, even while you're in school. There may be something, some consulting opportunities for you out there. So,
yes,
and when I talk to businesses, I tell them you need to really engage with the youth because you all bring a fresher perspective that we my age group, we might not see it. We may think we're so stuck in our thought process that we don't see another side of what could be. So you all have a way of thinking that blows my mind. It's just totally different. So thank you for that perspective. So hope to see you around more.
Okay.
And maybe some more of your work around the city of Jonesboro. All right, Parker.
Well, I've done all kinds of stuff. Like I said earlier, I'd like to do more hands-on projects. So this year and last year, the end of last year, I've been working on a project where, we go around the school and there's kind of some woods area, and we take pictures of, any kind of wildlife we can find. We find really cool pictures of, grasshoppers and things, which, it doesn't sound super exciting, but, you take those pictures and, you realize how amazing they are. And then we submit it onto it's a website called iNaturalist, where you can look all over the globe and see what kind of animals and wildlife are where. And you'd be surprised just what kind of creatures are out here in Jonesboro. It's crazy.
And then I'm glad you brought that up, because I try not to get too much become one with nature too much, but unfortunately every now and then, different seasons you see different little creatures. And so it is cool to know that someone has taken the time to name it, find out where it's most commonly found in its habitat and things of that nature. So, and that would be very beneficial for, again, upcoming students who are taking science and just specialty classes that fall under science that deal with animals and insects and whatnot. So,
yeah, it's really neat. It's a cool project to work on.
So have you all, and I'll ask this question after we let Mr. Parker.
I've probably been involved in every project that's come through our way for the past 6 years, but the one I liked the most was the one I did last year. My East facilitator last year, she came to me and she said, "Here's a project idea for you. See what you can do with it." It was the deer epidemic, the chronic wasting disease epidemic that's been going around. Figuring out what it can do to humans, figuring out what it can do, how it spreads, how anything happens. And so I took a lot of time and research, and I looked into it. Couldn't really find much on it, but I sat down and I called a few different game wardens, got one to actually come out and talk to us, and we recorded it, and we sent it to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission to see if they would post it on their website, and I think they finally did about midsummer last year.
That is really awesome. And see, you all are making a difference right now in your school and your community by doing the research that some people may think is boring or takes too much work, or I just don't want to do that. But you all are taking the initiative and stepping out there and doing the work. And those videos and those articles and those images and whatever else you create, they're going to go into an archive for future generations to look at. And then, okay, when someone's doing a census or someone's doing, I don't know, some type of research, and they're going to find your research, 100 years later. So you all are contributing to the history of Nettleton, the city of Jonesboro, and wherever else you all are involved in. So thank you all so much for all of that. And again, going back to a question I asked earlier, do you share this with the younger students? Do you tell them, okay, East is not just, okay, it's extracurricular, it's not just you're not one class to go to, do something fun, quote unquote fun. It's real. It's something real and tangible,
Yes, so last year, actually it was this year, it was in February, we did teacher aids for the elementary teachers, and it was crazy. The little kids would come up to you and they'd ask how we got out of class or what we were doing, and we're like, well, we're in East, and then they'd be like, East, what's that? And then you tell them, and hopefully it sticks with them, and they try it out.
That is really awesome. Now,
we do a mini course day with the 3rd through 5th graders. We go there, we have games, we have different activities set up. The whole East goes and just hangs out with them for a whole day.
That's totally awesome. And I'm sure they really enjoy engaging with what they call the big students of the older students. And I know they look up to you all. And so right now you are making an impact, an impression on them. And you are our future leaders. And I'm so grateful that, again, you all have stepped up and taken initiative and taking on these roles that you have, and, you know, are doing these projects, and you're adding again to the history and the heritage of our community. So thank you for that. What has been some of the feedback from some of your parents? Are they really proud of you and the work that you do within your school?
Yes. At least mine are. They try to sometimes brag a little too much about it. Sometimes.
Just because we post stuff.
It's okay. Like, you know,
Mine are too. I show they show off whatever art I give them, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, look what our daughter did. You want something?"
Look, we love when I have a son. He's quite a bit older than you all, but I love when, you know, when he was younger and he would do stuff like, "Oh, I couldn't wait to show it off." He's like, "Why do you have to tell everybody everything?"
For me, it just kind of depends on if my mother's there or not. So, because normally she's there with us doing the project.
Oh my goodness. So is she the one snapping and videoing and live streaming?
Her and Miss Taylor both.
Miss Taylor has her fair share of snapping pictures off guard. And
we have to get all of that recorded, you know, for a history. Scrapbooks and archives and all that good stuff. Have you all ever considered putting together, I know, again, I'm just throwing these out there, a scrapbook of sorts, digital or real?
We have a scrapbook. It has all of our projects for year. We have a scrapbook for we have a scrapbook for every year. For every year. And it has all our projects like Hope Circle, Veterans Day, Hope Tour, Day of Caring, Raider Serve Day. It has just about every project we've ever done is in that book.
And then the yearbook also, doesn't it? We have a little section in the yearbook every year that highlights the biggest things of that year that we did.
Oh my goodness, that's absolutely amazing. And you mentioned Day of Caring. Are you all participating this year?
Yes.
So have you already been assigned an organization?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't know where we're going yet.
Okay.
We haven't gotten our assignment. I think we're doing a car wash.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and we are getting some volunteers for that day, and we're going to finally get to put up those flags that you all made for us. So
right.
I'm going to clear some space over here, and last year some students made, were they vinyl flags? Some vinyl flags for all the schools in Jonesboro. So we want to make sure that since we are a community radio station, we want to highlight everyone around the community as much as possible. So we want to highlight the different schools that are here and that come and support us and that we love. We love all the kids. I am the person that tries to engage with all the youth, and I'm going to actually try to put together a youth advisory council. So I'm, I guess, officially announcing it today that hopefully the school administrators, I know everybody's in class, but whoever's out there can get a word out. I will be reaching out, and I would love for some of you to consider being part of the council, because KLK is not only here to cater to the adults. We want to make sure our young people are engaged with, and we know what you need and try to connect you with other individuals and organizations that can meet some of those needs for you. But we want to hear from you, and then how we can better serve the community as well. So hopefully we can develop a really great partnership. To you all that are there any seniors in the group?
Just
seniors. Okay, so have you all considered maybe writing a letter or leaving a note behind for, just say maybe 5th graders, 6th, or those that are in the elementary or middle high, and say, okay, you know, this was my experience in my years of being in the East, and here's what you have to look forward to, you know, encouraging them to leave a legacy of their own.
I haven't really considered it, but now that you mention it, that's like a great idea.
All right, Miss Sanders, stay on top of this.
Yes. We used to do that each year, have our seniors leave a note or word of advice, how to make yourself successful, how East can benefit you, you know, from being in the classroom or just sitting there not doing anything. How can it most benefit a student? So that's one of the things we ask them to share at the end.
Okay, awesome. And I just feel that, how are you going to get to graduate in December? Like, how does it work?
I used to attend ASMSA in Hot Springs.
Okay.
That's the Arkansas School for Math, Sciences, and the Arts. And all of the classes I took there were college classes.
Okay.
And by taking Comp 1, I've already had Comp 1 before, but Comp 1 at Nettleton here counts as a full year's worth of English.
Okay.
And then I'm also taking college algebra, and it does the same for your math credit. So by doing that, I already have the number of credits I need to graduate,
Okay.
but just as far as requirements, Nettleton requires you to have a 1 year of those, and then I'll be good to go.
Okay. Now, will there be a ceremony in December, or will you have to wait till May for the ceremony?
We'll have to wait until May for the ceremony, but I will get my diploma in December.
That is really awesome. And so, are there other students that are on the same track as you are?
Yeah, there's a few students on the same track as I am. I don't know if they're doing it through college credit or how they're necessarily doing it, but yeah, I don't know how many though.
Okay. And then once you're done, then will you come back for the fall, spring semester? And still help out around the school and help with the East program?
I won't be necessarily attending the school per se, but my school email is still going to be up and everything, and I'll still have contact with all of my teachers, so I'll be able to participate in different functions like East Convention, East Class, my anatomy and physiology and abnormal psych classes for the HOSA organization.
Okay. Now you brought up convention. Can you all tell us a little bit more about East Convention? And then also, I know there's some East programs at other schools, and so tell us if you collaborate and how you collaborate with them.
We collaborate with Buffalo Island Central and Annie Camp with our Toaster Truck event.
Okay.
And then we did a mapping project a few years ago with Buffalo Island Central about mapping grain bins for first responders.
Oh.
And then our East Conference is you go there and every school in the region is there and they're showing off all their projects, and it's just a huge competition to see which one's the best, really.
I bet it's really exciting to see all the different students and different projects, and you maybe get some other.
We won Founders last year.
You won? I'm sorry.
We won our Founders Award last year, so.
Tell us more about that. Tell us what that entails.
It's one of the biggest. It's the
honor.
highest honor you can get at East Conference.
That is amazing.
So.
Congratulations. I wish I had a sound effects board to do a round of applause. Congratulations to you all. So how much work went into that?
Tons. Too much. Too much.
I bet you were happy when it was over, but really excited that you won the award. That's awesome. All right, and so again, we don't want to forget to let everybody know Touch a Truck is coming up. I haven't forgot. We're going to definitely give those details on the other side of our break. I just really want the community to get to know who you are. You're not just students going to school doing nothing. You're actually actively hands-on involved in the program and in the community, and you're trying to make a difference and leave a legacy for younger students that are coming up. We don't realize how much they are watching you, and so I'm happy that y'all leaving a positive impact in their lives, and hopefully they'll be raving and talking about that with generations to come. So again, thank you. I can't say thank you enough. I feel like sometimes we as adults don't tell, and I'm going to keep calling you kids, but teenagers, we don't tell you all enough how much we appreciate what you do. It's kind of hard being a teenager sometimes. I was one. And so just balancing school, family life, the real world, all that rolled into one. And so keeping up with your grades, thinking about college and everything that entails, it's a balancing act. So thank you all for everything that you do and for hopefully maintaining some balance and
yeah, well, and thank you for having us today and letting us showcase some of our projects.
I love it. Like I tell people I love teenagers, and sometimes I don't know why, because some teenagers can be a little mouthy and difficult. For the most part, I love teenagers. I love helping them realize their potential, and I love being inspired. You all inspire me, whether you know it or not. Your drive, your enthusiasm, your motivation. So thank you all. There's a saying that you can't teach old dog new tricks, but yes, you can.
We just hope we're not some teenagers.
Well, Miss Sand, your teachers would know more. Okay. I want to say good morning to Sergeant Nathan Coleman and Ms. Dominique Phillips for checking in. All right, so again, Touch a Truck coming up this Saturday. What time does it start?
It'll be from 10 to 1, and it's children 2 and under are free. It's $5 for an individual or $20 for any size family.
Okay.
And we will not turn anyone away. We want everyone to come out to have a good time.
All right.
We want anyone to participate.
There'll be games and food and big vehicles of all kinds. And so do you have anybody new this year that wasn't there last year that you know of?
We have Central Buick GMC's coming, Chicken Salad Chick-fil-A, Polar Roller, Lost Pizza, Andy's is still coming, NEA Jeep Club.
The Jeep Club?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube and Facebook talk about Jeeps. Like, one, they're kind of expensive, but two, it's just something about that off-road vehicle that I don't know what I'm a truck girl. So give me a Chevy truck, I'm happy. But it's something about Jeep that people just love. So, do you all like Jeeps?
I like trucks more.
Okay.
For sure.
We have a Jeep at my house. I mean, it's not bad.
Okay. I'm looking forward. I guess I'm kind of like the kids. I'm looking forward to seeing what's out there. And are you all going to get in some of the vehicles and take pictures?
Oh yes. Oh definitely. And it's not too late to come. We always welcome anybody. So if anybody wants to show up and participate, you can contact Miss Taylor at 870-897-0020.
All right. Well, we're going to take another break, and we'll come back. We'll wrap up our discussion, and we can definitely give that phone number again. Again, if you would like to participate, contact Miss Senator Taylor. We'll make sure to get you that information. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Everyone wants to get rid of debt, but most of us don't have a clue of where we can find the money to do it. Start by identifying those things you pay for, such as hair care, mani-pedis, those in-between meal snacks that you can do for yourself, or at least do less frequently. Earmark those savings for your debts. Also, look at your tax withholding status. Changing it to increase your take-home pay can give you extra cash to apply toward your debt. If you qualify for a big tax refund every year, that's a sign that you are lending too much money to Uncle Sam during the year, money you could be using to pay down your debt. Also, be careful not to create new debt as you're paying down the old debt. For more information or for past shows, go to aurn.com. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
the story about when he was stationed overseas. He had an accident in his car and had to have the fender painted. Took it to a body shop. He went to pick it up. Fender didn't match. He told him that I needed to match to be acceptable. He went back in a few days and everything matched fine. He took it home. The next day, looked at it. They painted the rest of the side of the car. It didn't match the trunk or the hood. Glenn Sane, God bless our troops.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
KLEK 102.5 FM salutes small businesses. Small businesses promote local character and success, keeping money in the local economy, local jobs, entrepreneurship, community well-being, and so much more. Contact us today to learn more on how your small business could be featured on KLEK for as little as $25 per month.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to our last segment of Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with students from Nettleton East program and their teacher, Miss Sandra, hiding in the corner. All right, so I have Miss Athena, Alexa, Cooper, Parker, and Parker. I really enjoyed the show. This sounds like a law firm Parker.
It gets worse. It gets worse when we try to talk to each other,
or when others are trying to talk to us,
and we're in the same room.
Parker squared.
Do y'all have a nickname that so people can?
We tried something, but I don't think it ever worked.
I don't think so. Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry. All right. I can't thank y'all enough for coming here, sharing this wonderful information with us. Again, Touch a Truck this Saturday. We need the community to show up in droves to support this event. This not only benefits the school, it benefits you. You get to meet other people, see some cool vehicles, and get some great food and lots of activities. So please come out. Touch a Truck this Saturday, $5 admission, free for kids 2 and under.
Yes.
And then $20 per family. Okay, again, give out the phone number for contact if someone wants to participate.
So if you want to participate, bring a vehicle, or set up a booth, you just need to contact Sandra Taylor. Her phone number is 870-897-0020.
All right.
Or her email is sandra.taylor@nettletonschools.net.
Alrighty. And so I know since you're working on the mapping, would it be such a nightmare if someone decides tomorrow, like, want to come?
Bring them on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Come on. Last year, one of my friends that I used to work with, he has this cool VW van, and I've been wanting to see it for so long. So James, anyone who knows James Hewitt out there, please tell him I want to see the van. Like, I want to get a picture with the VW van.
The more the merrier.
Or anyone who has any old school, vehicles. So
everyone's welcome.
Please bring them out. I know there's a lot of classic cars out there. So, and there's a classic car club, I think, in Jonesboro.
Yeah, yes. There is.
Okay, so again,
they just don't accept trucks. So
they don't accept. That's so rude.
Well, I don't know. I've never asked. So
we're gonna have to do so because I want me a '77 Chevy truck.
My dad has an old '86, except the transmission's broke. Bring it.
We're going to talk about getting Chuck Cluster.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So, any final words of encouragement, thoughts you want to leave, anything you want to share about the program, what you're excited about, projects? This is your time.
One big thing, all the proceeds, all the money goes straight to Hope Circle. East does not take any of it. It's all donated to Hope Circle. They're a great organization, and we want to give everything that we can make to them.
That is absolutely wonderful, and I hope to get someone from the Hope Circle on to talk about that program again. It's been about a year or so, it's time to have the conversation again. So thank you all so much for that. Thank you. Anybody else? Don't be quiet down.
We've got a birthday girl
Yes.
over here, so.
So come on, now we're non-commercial. We don't want to get hit with license fees. So just a little bit of happy birthday,
Yeah.
y'all.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alexa. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Now we're embarrassing her.
It took everything I
We should
had
go
not
on
to
tour,
do the
that's
birthday
pretty-
song that I had to do at
no.
work. Well, no, it's not even that one. It's like happy birthday
Oh.
to you.
Yeah.
The extended version. Oh my goodness! I hope you have a really great day, Miss Alexa.
Thank you.
Do you have any plans for your birthday?
I'm just gonna go home and have dinner with my family.
That's awesome. Alrighty then. So, all right. And any shout outs y'all want to give?
First, hi mom. I know you're watching. But I also want to add on to the prices as far as it's $5 for a singular person, $20 for a family. There's no restriction on how large a family is, so we're not having a cap on that. However many people you have in your family, that's a family, and it's still $20. And everyone is welcome regardless. We're not going to turn you away.
Okay. Awesome. So please, community of Jonesboro, come on out and support the children, support the Hope Circle, and get to meet other people in the community. A lot of these vehicles that come out are from like construction companies, the police, the fire, other businesses around town that have big vehicles. So get to know these business owners and people who work for them and what they do in the community. Will there be any city vehicles, city-owned?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot.
There will be city and county. I know that Arkansas Game and Fish will be coming, and I'm pretty sure the warden said he was going to try and bring the little alligator from the nature center to show out to the kids. But he said it may only be for maybe an hour or so because it doesn't need to be out in the sun for that long. So
they're very temperamental, their body temperature and all that. So.
And we told him we understand. And
will there be any other animals like a petting zoo or anything out there?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Is that done by 4-H or?
Oh, the Craighead County 4-H will be there.
Oh, so Miss Malia will be out there.
Yes.
All right. So come on out, see the animals as well. Malia loves the animals, and she gets right down on the ground with it, just like the kids. All right. So again, touch a truck. We can't stress it enough. Come on out and support Jonesboro. Show everyone what you're made of. You know, come on out and support these kids in their effort to put on this wonderful event. And thank you to the teachers, Miss Sandra, and I've only met Miss Sandra and Miss Anita. Shout out to her as well. So, and the other teachers and instructors and advisors and mentors and counselors, everyone in between.
Let's give a hand to Miss Taylor because without her, none of this.
So now you can't retire. You can't leave the video.
Yeah, if I'm not allowed to leave, you're not.
All right, and Parker here. Do you want to say hi to your mom? Is she listening?
I have absolutely no idea. I don't
Okay.
even know.
Hey,
Like I
Mom.
said earlier. Hi, Mom.
Oh, I have a shout out. I was gonna give a shout out to A-State football staff.
All right.
Yeah. And my mom.
Oh, who's your mom?
Oh, my dad coaches at A-State.
What's his name?
Rashad Jackson.
Hey, Mr. Jackson. How you doing? What sport? Football or basketball?
Football.
Football. All right. Shout out to A-State for that win on last Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Wolves up. I'm an alum. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And thank you out there for listening and watching our live feed. Share this video and make plans to attend Touch a Truck this Saturday. Everyone have a great and blessed day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants